Alcatraz was not just a prison, it was a warning. Built on a cold, rocky island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz was designed to break hope. The water surrounding it was freezing year-round, with powerful currents capable of pulling even expert swimmers out to sea. Inmates were told one thing on their first day: if you try to escape, you will die. Between 1934 and 1963, 36 men attempted to escape Alcatraz. All failed, except possibly 3. Their names were Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin. Frank Morris was not an ordinary prisoner. Born into foster care, he had been in trouble since childhood. But what made him dangerous was his mind. Prison records described him as highly intelligent, with an IQ estimated above 130. He had escaped from prisons before. The Anglin brothers, John and Clarence, grew up in a poor farming family. As children, they swam constantly in icy rivers while working seasonal jobs. Unlike most inmates, they were strong swimmers, something that would later matter more than anyone realized. The 3 men met inside Alcatraz and quickly noticed something others ignored. Behind the sinks in their cells were small ventilation openings. Decades of salty sea air had weakened the concrete around them. That's when the plan was born. Using metal spoons stolen from the cafeteria, they began digging, night after night. To cover the sound, Frank Morris played his accordion during music hour, masking the scraping noise. The crumbling concrete dust? They hid it inside their pants and quietly released it during outdoor exercise, letting the wind scatter the evidence. Over time, the holes became large enough to crawl through, but escaping the cell was only half the problem. The guards performed flashlight checks every night, watching inmates' heads to ensure they were asleep. So the men created one of the most brilliant deceptions in prison history. They sculpted fake heads from soap, toothpaste, toilet paper, and glue. They stole real hair from the prison barbershop and carefully attached it. In the dark, the heads looked real. Above their cells was an unused utility corridor. There, the men worked in secret, building something impossible, a raft. They stole over 50 raincoats, cut them apart, stitched them together, and sealed them using steam pipes. They even built a crude air inflation system from a concertina. By June 1962, everything was ready. On the night of June 11th, after lights out, the guards made their rounds. Flashlights passed by the cells. 3 heads lay motionless on pillows. No alarms were raised, but those heads were fake. Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers slipped through the holes, climbed the ventilation shaft, squeezed through a ceiling vent, and emerged onto the prison roof. They slid down a kitchen pipe, reached the shoreline, inflated their raft, and pushed into the freezing darkness of the bay. That was the last confirmed sighting of them. The next morning, the prison woke up to chaos. Alcatraz was on lockdown. Search boats scoured the water. Helicopters circled overhead. The official conclusion was simple: the men drowned. But the evidence never fully supported that claim. No bodies were ever found. No bones, no confirmed raft debris. The water temperature that night was cold, but not instantly deadly. The currents were dangerous, yet timed correctly. They could carry someone toward land. Then came the clues. The Anglin family received a Christmas card from Brazil, signed John and Clarence. Years later, a photograph surfaced, allegedly showing the brothers standing together in South America. Their mother, who never missed a visit while they were imprisoned, received anonymous flowers every Mother's Day until her death. Even the FBI admitted something unusual. Frank Morris was a genius. The Anglin brothers were expert swimmers, and their plan was executed with near-perfect precision. In 1979, the FBI closed the case, officially declaring the men dead. But in 2013, the U.S. Marshals reopened the investigation, stating the escape may have succeeded. To this day, Alcatraz has never solved the case. So the question remains, did they drown in the icy waters? Or did they achieve the greatest prison escape in history and disappear forever? Comment below. Follow Oddverse Media for more related videos, and please support by liking this video.